Greetings and welcome to Let's Play the Blind Prophet. Are the proportions here a little bit odd? I mean, usually you have 7 times your head as... I don't know, it looks weird. Anyways, play. Let's carry on. We were at this house. After exploring the manor house, I hope I will hear more about the victim and especially about the disturbing phenomena the beggar spoke of. Yeah, the beggar with those blue eyes. Climbing ivy. Climbing ivy. I could climb up upon that. Yeah, I somehow doubt it, but... A man in a big hat is holding some kind of navigation instrument. Damn. It's a rotten, the knocker fell off when I touched it. And then you should be able to just open the door quite easily. It's rotten. I don't know. A human-like figure wears an inverted crown. It won't do, it's not strong enough to hold my weight. You just said you can. Let's go around the house. There's a rope. I hope it's not been used for what I think it's been used for. Still in good condition, this could come in handy. No need at the moment. Talking to a rope, I'm off my head. Damn. Ah, it's way too high. I would need something to climb up there with. Jam. Jam. Okay, can we now take the rope? Thank you. If I saw it as it is, it's going to slide off. I have to find something to weight it with. Ah, that makes sense. Can we take the statue? I'll find a hammer and get busy. No hidden switch or other secret. Door knocker. Do you really want to tell me that this is hard enough? Quite heavy. Okay. Okay, yeah. Sure. I kind of disagree with all that, but okay, fine. A small statuette of a woman. Yoink. It is a little bit delayed when you click on inventory. It's a little bit annoying. Okay. Anything else in here? Double bed. A 4-post is a double bed without a doubt the masters. There's nothing of use here. Fatigue, that's for mere mortals. You've not been slept in for a long time. The crucifix. It's still a cross. There is no Jesus on it. Oh, why is everyone? Oh. Look, some tasteful decoration. If I ever have to exorcise someone, I will know where to find a crucifix. I could turn invert, but I would have some problems with my boss afterwards. Hey, I know this guy. There's nobody on it! At least this chapter doesn't seem to have a lot of talking, so that's at least something. At first sight I would say 15's armor, but I'm not certain. A little bit cumbersome. In wartime, I will have need of that. You would fit me like a glove. It says Ludwig on the door. No. It's closed. Unconvincible. It's marked Elsa on the door. It's locked. No. Nothing doing. Lady? Archibald Smearow, that ancient ancestor watches over us with an all-seeing eye. There's nothing on the back. It's not of any great use unless it's for decoration. Tell me about your family. It doesn't look like an ordinary door, it must hide something special. There's not even a handle? It's more finely decorated than a normal door. I'll discover whatever it is you're hiding sooner or later. Okay, guess we use the wing again. I can't see where to insert the wing. It must be elsewhere. Statue? That old ancestor keeps staring at me with a sneer, but no effect. Oh! Okay. That did something. There's not even a handle. I think here opened up? Oh! Okay. Either the door opened by magic, or I'm not alone here. Or it opened because you just did the thing down there 2 seconds ago. An X. What the hell's that thing? It won't be much help for hunting ghosts. That could be useful. It won't be much help for hunting ghosts. That could be useful. I won't ask about your past. Mini piano? Oh Jesus. Yeah, I can't... Oh! Dad, I can't wait for you to come back home. I hope you'll be proud of your beloved daughter. Smearow Anthem. Westwell, Elsa. I can hardly remember how to read the music, but I will try to play this. So... From here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8... I don't know... 7... 5, 7, 3, 4, 7. I did something wrong. 1. Oh, that plays. Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 5, 7. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7. Okay. A second statuette. There must be a third one somewhere. Notebooks and music scores. The room is carpeted with dozens of notebooks and music scores. Elsa was a great lover of music by all appearances. I can't quite read all these notes. I'll leave it alone. What? A classical repertoire. Bach, Schubert, Scriabin, amongst others. All the greats. A piano in a bedroom? It must have been more than a pastime. It doesn't work anymore. All the strings have been cut. Okay. Let's put the girl here and the kid there. Kid here. Kid there. Guess we're missing a third. It didn't say it's locked, or it's it's locked. Not to worry. I've found something here to open with it. It was. How about you just kick it in? I don't know. That's what I hate about adventure games. When you have obvious solutions. This guy smashed another door earlier that definitely wasn't as rotten as this one, and here he's like, no, I need something here for this. Oh yeah, maybe I need an item for this. Oh yeah, maybe I now pick up the fucking axe after I tried picking up 3 times. Oh no, we do it. Oh, I don't use my sword for something like this. I use my axe. Don't want to waste my sword. Ludwig's office. Dearest Papa, tales of the voyage of our ancestor Archibald Smearow have so captured my imagination that I created a little automaton that retraces his odyssey. Oh, great. I hope it will amuse you during your convalescence and will find your heart with pride at my modest achievements in engineering and navigation. April 1457. First day of the voyage. Archibald Smearow leaves the small island where he has been trading and sets his sails to the northeast. A perfect wind calmly blows him into the Gulf. Guess this. Sailing even by night. Thanks to a splendid moon. Well, guess that works. The 7th day, the wind having completely dropped, the vessel drifted towards the south despite the crew's efforts. 7th day. Wait, are you this? That's the south this? Is it 7 after this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th day, the wind having completely dropped, the vessel drifted. Wind having completely dropped, bam. The vessel drifted towards the south, and I guess this is the only thing that somehow prevents me from carrying on. Or I have to find... How many are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay. It doesn't tell anything about the fucking moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Other direction. One dark night that prohibited any position taking, a terrible storm from which it barely escaped, almost wiped out the expedition. Doesn't say anything about north, so I guess it's still... The following day, Archibald Smearow, making good use of the raging winds that forced followed the storm in an inexplicable but intuitive decision, wheeled the ship in the exact opposite direction of what they took at the start. Okay. And by roundabout means a hitherto unknown current led them effortless to a position on the coast of Watborg. The last week, under skies clement and favorable, sailing due east, Archibald brought his position safely into port, where he revealed his new vote that has hitherto served a commerce has never ceased to flourish. Under skies clement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Okay. Interesting puzzle. Trunks and objects. Trunks full of 1,001 assorted objects. There's tools, maps, models. It all depends on what I need. No end of things, but no sign of a statuette. Disorder. This room has been abnormally disturbed, like the last one. It's useless. This place has seen tragic events. If only I could see into the past and understand what's been going on. Okay. So the boy was about this, she was about love, she was about time. A music note, I guess, would make more sense, but okay. Ornate door. Let's go through. Oh, hi. Isidore Smearow. Madeline Smearow. Portrait of Isidore. Okay. A ghost. It must be Mrs. Smearow. She's grieving on her husband's tomb. Maybe I can catch her attention. Pee on the tomb. The tomb is inscribed Isidore Smearow, surely the father of the family. I shouldn't even touch it. Better not to touch. Rest in peace. The ring you've got there. Wait, I need an old woman voice. That ring you've got there belongs to my son. No, that's not an old woman voice. I was able to make a pretty good old woman voice. That ring you've... I can't do anymore. That ring you've got there belongs to my son Ludwig. Tell me what's happened. Mrs. Smearow, I presume? I have some bad news for you. I'm listening. A man threw himself off the Rottburg panorama last night. My God, Ludwig, you too. I'm truly sorry. Except, according to a witness, it wasn't a suicide. Ludwig murdered? I think your son was a victim of something supernatural. He looked possessed and tried to escape by killing himself. But something else happened, something much stranger. Something that only happens when a fault between two dimensions opens. That's impossible. What are you trying to tell me? Coming from a ghost, I wouldn't have thought the supernatural would surprise you that much. You're right. And to think I mistook you for a burglar? Do excuse me for all that, please. It's nothing. I've seen plenty in my time. And so, you no longer have any connection with your children? No. My husband died after a very long illness, followed hard on its heels by the crisis. Ludwig was too young to take over his father's firm. Elsa was a talented pianist. She wasn't interested in business. My children were taken away from me, and so I fell into despair. I see. But who took your children? You're not from around here, I see. I'll have to tell you more about the last few years in Rottburg. It was a flourishing town, both economically and culturally speaking. Everywhere it was talked of as a fortunate place to live. Ours was a very important family, as half of the fishermen earned their living thanks to the Smearow Company. We held sumptuous dinners where the town's future was decided amongst our partners and our friends. But after the crisis, the town was shaken by violent struggles and the economy collapsed. Then a young businessman appeared, Stanislas Ra. He took possession of the strategic areas for pittance. He built up an empire, gradually obtaining a stranglehold, without worrying about the beauty or the soul of this town. But he had a free hand. Our families attracted the hatred of the people unjustly. When I think that we were accused of being obsessed by money, we would have never done a fraction of what he did. But it was too late. The town's immunity defenses were exhausted. A typically demonic practice, I see. Where can I find this Ra? He's thrown up his tower on top of the old town hall. You can't miss it. Very well, thank you very much. This clears up a lot of things for me. I still don't know anything about this Ludwig, unfortunately, but I absolutely must find out what's been going on here. His murder is hiding something. Is it murderer? Perhaps you could get in touch with Elsa? Maybe they were still in contact? That's true. After all, would you have any idea how to find her? It was 20 years ago. She must be 30 by now. When the creditors of Stanislaus Ra repossessed our property, they made sure I was taken for a madwoman. They put my children in an orphanage. I've never seen them since. Oh, I'm really sorry for you, Miss Smearow. I think that Elsa stayed on in Rotburg. I can't see any other way than to search for her all over town. Not a very enchanting prospect, but I'll ask some acquaintances if they got any leads. I really must get to the bottom of this. What about Stanislaus Ra? Don't worry. I've reserved a place in hell for him. Thank you so much. Rest in peace, Miss Smearow. So it was Ludwig Smearow, the descendant of the reigning family of Rotburg. But why was he murdered? And why did such a fault open up at the moment he died? I haven't all the pieces yet, but I'm getting there. I absolutely have to find his sister Elsa. It's like searching for a needle in a haystack. Luckily, I have some competent sources. Vamoose. Okay, let me check the demons. Stanislaus Ra. Could be Lucifer. Nah. Blind destructive power. Mammon. Insatiable search for money. Yeah, that could definitely be Mammon that we're after. I have no idea who Mammon is. Never heard of that one. At least I think I haven't heard of that one. Hey you! You were hanging around the Panorama a while ago. The scene of the crime, right? And you would be the head of police, I think? Precisely. And according to law, I ought to bring you in. Excuse me. What for? Carrying a weapon in public. You have no reason to walk about with a thing like that. Let's see, my friend. You permit child prostitution. I have even less excuse to take seriously any police chief who allows the mermaid smile to prostitute young girls. I won't allow you to. Excuse me, what do you mean? I know very well what goes on there, but the law... Luckily for you, fate's giving you a helping hand. Yes, I heard it burned down a few hours ago. That's one thing less to have to deal with, I suppose. No thanks to the police, unfortunately. It's a sensitive issue. I did what I could. Listen, I know very well what goes on in this town. But we can't get on to everything at the same time, can we? It's not possible to make everything public. Nor is it to waive procedure or compromise social cohesion or... You don't really have any choice, I see. Yes, it's a constant struggle. I do what I can. What's your name? Me? Commissioner Louis Ratlavach. My name is Bartholomeus. What's that? I promise you I will do no harm with this sword. It's understood. I did intend to arrest you, you know. I've other fish to fry. It was just a warning. I'll remember. Move along then. Okay. Essential. It's closed. Skaghead. Hey, he looks in a bad way. I don't know if he's gonna want much longer. Well, that's sad. Well, let's talk with Vic. Maybe she knows an Elsa. This guy's new, I think. Statues. This strange choir sings in unison. I say it again. Mini-map. Click, click, click. But I guess then you can't do any cutscenes in between. I'm looking for a woman about your age. Keep talking. I know a lot of folks in Rotborg. Also Smearow. She's the highways of the Smearow family. But that's me. Oh, of course. What? I got you there. You should have seen her face. Damned kid. What was my mission again? Oh yes, I have to save you all. That's it. Okay, it's not. Oh, I'm so glad it's not. Sometimes I say to myself, the apocalypse is not just a bad thing after all. To tell the truth, I have no idea. But if she's the same age as me, you might find her in the center of Rotborg. I want the bars in the main square, maybe. That's all the help I can give you. That's plenty, thanks. There will be a lot of people in town of this time of day. Good luck. Shouldn't that be her that says this? With the many people this time of day? Oh well. The center of Rotborg, I guess, is here? This? I don't know. This map definitely could be better. Wrong area. This game has a lot of triggers, it feels like. You know, where you need to do a certain thing in order to carry on there and la 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 and whatever. Can't talk to the police officer. I do have to say the graphics are, the whole scenery is pretty awesome. An angry demiurge and two cherubs. Vote Ra. You no entry, you no invitation. This guy, he's not human. Good God, it's a golem. Who summoned a golem to this tower? These creatures have colossal strength. I'd better not upset him. You no entry, you no invitation. I need an invitation to get through, is it? If you no invitation, you no entry. I get it. Well, at least we know where Ra is. Just have to find the center of town and find a lady. But we will do this the next time. I cut a little bit short because I just have to go to the toilet. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and hit the like button.